Hey guys, welcome back to the Thirsty Mason. Pardon the timing, mates. I've been a little bit busy lately. Father's Day came around, and plus the vines are going absolutely gorgeous. I'll add a clip to after this lovely lesson. But basically today, I'm in my echoey room again because my shed's hot as a bitch. It's 28 degrees out, and it's the beginning of spring. Plus, to top things off, my shed isn't airtight. Well, isn't closed off properly, and they're doing a lot of back burning outside, so it's going to affect my nose being able to smell this wine. Today, we're going to go into rosé, and this was a special request from a friend of mine who he and his wife were having an argument about what the hell is rosé. Is it a white wine that's been blended? Is it a red wine? They couldn't really get to the bottom of it, so I figured I'd do this video because there's probably other people out there that have the same question. And so I got two rosés at two different price points here. I got a dirt cheap $5 bottle and a beautiful French rosé that's only $13 a bottle. And there is a world of difference between these two bottles. And I'm going to show you what the world of difference is. Okay? Because there are several reasons to make rosé. Reason number one, alright, is you're a low-life bastard and you're trying to get the maximum yield out of your grapes. Reason number two is you're a poor bastard, alright, your vintage ended up going down the drain and you had to do something to make up some money in order to keep your business running. Number three, you're a clever bastard and you know exactly what the hell you're doing and you do it well. And number four, you're a sneaky bastard. Cool? Let me explain them. Alright, you're a dirty bastard. Means you've already come through and you made your $8 bottle of Shiraz, for example. Yeah? And then you got your masticated grapes that were going to be tossed out originally. And then you make a white wine and then you sit them on top of your masticated grapes. Alright? Just long enough for like 42 or 48 hours, bottle them, and congratulations. You got dirty ass rosé. Filthy. And you know, you should not do that to people. All it does is add colour to a low quality white, for example. Then there's the poor bastard way, as in this guy's a poor bastard. And remember in my video about is older wine better wine? And how I told you about watching the charts for the vintage. Well, what happens when a vintage goes bad and you can't craft master crafted wines? Well, what you end up doing is you get your creme de la creme, your best of your best crops, which aren't that good this year. Okay, you make your vintage bottles and it's not going to be very good. Or you turn them into rosé by crushing them, leaving the liquid onto them, fermenting them out. You only leave them on the liquid for about 3 or 4 days max. Taking them off after pressing them, and these are all high quality grapes, mind you. Okay, and then undertake the fermented process like it's a regular wine. Now, what you have to understand, first and foremost, is red wine grapes don't bleed red. They actually, if you were to squeeze a whole handful of Cabernet Sauvignon, the liquid that come out is white. Okay? Lindsay Lohan. Alright? And the only way you can get the colour into your rosé is having the skin contact. So that after they squeeze out that beautiful white wine, they put it back on top of the masticated grapes, and then they let it gain this colour, and then they ferment it out. Cool. And that way you get a really high quality rosé for a fraction of the price. And you want an example of that? There's one called Cat Amongst the Pigeons called Jazzy Rosé. Any vintage that they've let out has just been friggin' phenomenal, and they use that technique. Okay? There's the clever bastard way, is a guy that literally grew grapes specifically every single year. He wants to make a vintage rosé. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's masticating him on the pulp. He's putting it through a machine that has like lots of claws and rips up the grape, leaving him on there for a couple of days up to a week under pressure. Okay? Straining it out, pressing those grapes, straightening those in there, and then putting the fermentation through. A lot of confusion, but anyway, understand that he's doing the right thing. He's being a winemaker of high quality rosé that's usually in the Provence in France. Alright? And then there's the sneaky bastard way of doing it, which is this. Okay? I got a glass of Pinot Grigio here. Alright, I'm gonna go a good glug of Pinot Grigio. It's a white wine. I'm gonna grab a red wine. I'm gonna go like this. Oh my god, it's rosé. And that's what they do here. Okay? That's your $5 bottles. And that's what I got right here. And just to prove my point, the red wine has a different specific density to the white wine, and the bastard didn't even shake it well enough. At the bottom, it's essentially white. At the top, it's got all the colouring. So now that you know that, let's go in and let's have a taste test of these two fine rosés. Oh. Just an aperitif. Okay. Because I already tainted this glass, I'm going to put my $5 bottle in here. These have both been chilled to the bone. And you notice the glass I'm using, long stem. Alright, you don't want to heat these things up. And you can see just how light this is. Okay? Dragon, and we've got our beautiful French. Alright? It's easy to get deceived because these look almost identical. But you can see how much richer this is. Because there's actual grape extract in this. Alright? As in the oils from the grape have been added to this. Whereas with that one, it looks thinner. Okay? So next time somebody hands you a glass of rosé, it may very well be a slightly coloured white wine. Yeah, even then, like on the nose, honest to God, I can't tell the difference. Like it doesn't have any like of the aromas of a proper red wine. A rosé is it's the middle road between red and white wine. You're supposed to get a beautiful nose on it. This, I'm getting the smell of a really good quality Sauvignon Blanc, which is probably what the base was. It even tastes a bit like a Sauvignon Blanc. It's refreshing, I guess. But yeah, it's not rosé. Alright? Now, another point I'm going to make now is only Australia can do something like this, America can do something like this, but old world regulations mean that your $13 bottle of rosé is forced to actually be a high quality rosé because they made it illegal to do any of that. So I know that my $13 glass is definitely going to be a proper rendition of what a rosé is meant to be. Now the real question is it any good? Holy shit, like it's yeah, that's light white wine. That is rich, alright? It smells like herbs. Huge fruitiness. It smells delicious, honest to God. No competition. No fucking competition, no competition, no competition. Go down, you buy this right now. I swear to God. I'm going to read out the name. Cabernet d'Agnon. It's Cabernet like Cabernet Sauvignon. D for D's nuts. And A-N, J for Jocelyn, O-U, Anjou. Or Agnon. Buy that today. There's no ifs, ands, or maybes. This is a perfect rendition of what rosé is meant to be. At $13, you got to be shitting me. It's beautiful. You know what? I've had the sparkling version of this. It takes heavy dump from competition. This can go fuckville. This is a winner. But remember, there's always exceptions to the rule. Okay? There are some masters out there that have specifically planted grapes to make the highest quality rosé in the whole world. I'm going to tell you who that is. Alright? You guys constantly see this in the background of all my videos. And I can't advertise them enough. This is Jubilee. The Jubilee Vineyard in Ebenezer. Small place, and also there's Tisana Winery and Bull Ridge. All these three wineries have made the best rosé I've ever put in my entire mouth, bar none. Okay, this is delicious. I will drink this any day of the week. If you give it to me, I'll say thank you. I'll kiss your hand. This, I'll kiss your feet. Alright? Because he grows a grape called Chamberson, and Chamberson is the only grape variety that I know of, and maybe Touriga, that bleeds red. It's the only ones in the whole world. So all he has to do is squeeze his grapes and then craft the best quality of rosé you've ever tasted in your entire life. Try it. There's no other way I can say it. And the other thing is rosés aren't meant to be aged in general. Okay? They're meant to be drunk young. That's why if it's a bad vintage, you make rosé. Because it's meant to just get flung off the shelves, you're supposed to drink it straight away. But proper made Chamberson can age up to 20 years. Comfortable. It's nuts. And it gets more and more complex. It's like a full body red wine and a white wine had a baby. It's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway guys, go buy this, enjoy a glass in the beautiful summer heat of early spring. God bless Australia. And yeah, I hope that you like, share and subscribe, and following this I'm going to add a little video clip of my beautiful vineyard and how it's progressing. And check it out guys, first little sprouts of my own little vineyard. Starting to grow very nicely, all these little beautiful buds. My buds. So evidently the old technique works, because there's almost not a single one that hasn't grown something. Cheers.